Back to another video. So in this video we're continuing our reading of Think and Grow Rich. Definitely subscribe and like, share, comment. Now we're going on to chapter 2. It's called Desire, Spur that Drives to Riches. So a long while ago, a great warrior faced a situation which made it necessary for him to make a decision which ensured his success on the battlefield. He was about to send his armies against a powerful foe whose men outnumbered his own. He loaded his soldiers into boats, sailed to the enemy's country, unloaded soldiers and equipment, and then gave the order to burn the ships that had carried them. Addressing his men before the first battle, he said, "You see the boats going up in smoke? That means we cannot leave these shores alive unless we win. We have no choice. We win or we perish." They won. I love that story. An example of that would be not having a plan B. You know, whatever is your plan, whatever is your goal, you stick to that plan. And we kind of spoke about that in chapter 1. You only fail when you stop trying. So it's like not having a plan B, not switching your plan, but always finding a way. Because there's always a way. The next section is called 6 Ways to Turn Desires into Gold. The method by which desire for riches can be transmuted into its financial equivalent consists of 6 definite practical steps. First, so this is the first step. So they're saying there's 6 steps to turn your desire into money. So the first step is fix in your mind the exact amount of money you desire. It is not sufficient to merely say, "I want plenty of money." Be definite as to the amount. So you can take this time now and do this exercise. Do these 6 steps. So the first step, they say, to write down exactly the amount of money that you want. The second step is to determine exactly what you intend to give in return for the money you desire. There is no such reality as something for nothing. So what are you going to do when you get this money that you desire? What are you going to give back? What are you going to do for others when you get this money? Third, establish a definite date when you intend to possess the money you desire. What is your deadline that you're going to get this money? Fourth, create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once, whether you are ready or not, to put this plan into action. How are you going to get this money? What are you going to do? Write that down now. So you already wrote how much money you want. Then you wrote what you intend to give for this money. Thirdly, you're writing the date. When do you think you could get this money? Fourth, create a definite plan for carrying out your desire and begin at once, whether you are ready or not, to put this plan into action. So what is your plan? How are you actually going to go out in the world and get this money? Fifth, write out a clear, concise statement of the amount of money you intend to acquire. Name the time limit for its acquisition, state what you intend to give in return for the money, and describe clearly the plan through which you intend to accumulate it. So basically in step 5, you're just putting steps 1 to step 4, you put in those steps together. 6, read your written statement aloud twice daily, once before retiring at night, once after rising in the morning. As you read, see and feel and believe yourself already in possession of the money. So I spoke about this already, about in this video here, when I spoke about how to find your purpose and the 4 steps in finding your purpose. My last step, I said to write out a mission statement where you state what your purpose is, who are you showing up in the world as, what is your service, what you're doing, how much money you're making, and write a statement down and read it to yourself over and over, sing it to yourself like a song. So we definitely covered this, which is great. So it is important that you follow the instructions described in these 6 steps. It is especially important that you observe and follow the instructions in the 6th paragraph. You may complain that it is impossible for you to see yourself in possession of the money before you actually have it. Here is where a burning desire will come to your aid. If you truly desire money so keenly that your desire is an obsession, you will have no difficulty in convincing yourself that you will acquire it. The object is to want money and to become so determined to have it that you convince yourself that you will have it. Amazing. Love that. So we're moving on to desire outwits Mother Nature. So in this story, he's basically speaking about his son, and his son was born without ears, and all the doctors, they were saying there's no way this child could hear or he could speak in his lifetime. But Napoleon Hill, he was like, no, that's not happening. My son is going to speak, my son is going to hear, and it's going to happen. So this is what he said. In my own mind, I knew that my son would hear and speak. How? I sure there must be a way, and I knew I would find it. Desire. More than anything else, I desire that my son should not be a deaf mute. From that desire, I never receded, not for a second. What could I do about it? Somehow, I would find a way to transplant into that child's mind my own burning desire for ways and means of conveying sound to his brain without the aid of ears. An accident that changed a life. So basically in this story, he's saying that he bought a phonograph, right? That so is an instrument that plays music, and then when the boy, he heard the music, he was like so ecstatic, so which showed that he can actually hear, right? He could hear a little bit. So shortly after he appropriated the phonograph, I discovered that he could hear me quite clearly when I spoke with my lips touching his mastoid bone at the base of the skull. Having determined that he can hear the sound of my voice plainly, I began immediately to transfer into his mind the desire to hear and speak. I soon discovered that the child enjoyed bedtime stories, so I went to work, creating stories designed to develop in him self-reliance, imagination, and a keen desire to be heard and to be normal. Then he go on to say that, he tried a lot of hearing aids and stuff like that, but it never worked. And one day he stumbled upon this certain hearing aid, and as soon as he put it on, he started hearing perfectly. He started hearing. The boy's name is Blair. Truly, a burning desire has devious ways of transmuting itself into its physical equivalents. Blair desired normal hearing. Now he has it. He was born with a handicap which might easily have sent one with a less defined desire to the street with a bundle of pencils and a tin cup. The little white lie I planted in his mind when he was a child by leading him to believe his affiliation would be a great asset which he could capitalize has justified itself. Verily, there is nothing right or wrong, which belief plus burning desire cannot make real. These qualities are free to everyone. Love it. Such a miracle. So that's it for chapter 2. It was so nice. I thank you for being here. And let's finish this book, you know. Next week we'll do chapter 3. So excited for that. The name of it is Fate, which is awesome. So if you're interested in content like this, you enjoy this type of content, self-development, I talk a lot about finding your purpose, how to step into your purpose, how to live a purposeful life. So if you're interested in that, definitely subscribe and like, share, comment. I appreciate your presence. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate when you comment. I love you so much. Have an amazing day. Mwah.